In these frames, you can see a sweep in the enemy's defense trenches. The attack aircraft of the Russian airborne forces are working clearly and smoothly. During the assault, aerial reconnaissance is conducted, and the commanders adjust the actions of the attack aircraft on the ground online. While on the move, Russian soldiers were hit by an enemy FPV drone. Fortunately, they noticed the drone in time and dismounted, opened fire, and the drone was successfully destroyed. Shots from the Konstantinovsky direction. In the following frames, you can see the destruction of a British FV-103 Spartan by AB-40 FPV drone in the area of the village of Dylivka. Objective monitoring at the moment of impact on the equipment fixes the drone on the optical fiber. The GUFA group is working. Footage from the Dnipropetrovsk region. The Iskander-M OTRK team delivered an accurate strike on the position of the MM-104 Patriot anti-aircraft missile system on the southeastern outskirts of the Ordzhonikidze settlement. A direct hit destroyed the MPQ-65 multifunctional radar, which was detecting and tracking aerial targets. Also disabled, the combat control cabin of the engagement control station, and two M901 launchers, which contained ready-to-launch PAK-3 MSE missiles. And once there were trees in this place, the consequences of the systematic destruction of enemy positions by Russian soldiers. The stronghold of the soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine was defeated. Someone fell, someone fled. Only the scorched earth remained. In the footage, you can see how a Ukrainian soldier in desperation tears off the emblem of the flag of Ukraine from his helmet. During the aerial reconnaissance of the armed forces of the Russian Federation in the area of the settlement of Shostka, Sumy region, a training camp of the 1st Brigade of the SPN Tero of the Armed Forces of Ukraine was discovered. According to the coordinates obtained, the Iskander tactical missile system launched a missile strike. As a result, up to 70 military personnel, including 20 instructors, as well as an ammunition depot and up to 10 pieces of equipment were destroyed. In these frames, the drone captured the result of a ballistic missile strike. The video shows how the building was destroyed. A sniper pair of the Dnieper group of forces covered the stormtroopers and destroyed the Ukrainian armed forces octocopter. The enemy wanted to get out of the trench and bypass our entire assault group from the rear, said the commander of a sniper rifle company with the call sign Amor. Of course, he managed to get out, but of course he couldn't walk. I couldn't, because we had all the amendments calculated in advance. Accordingly, they destroyed it right on the very approach. In the late afternoon, a Russian sniper managed to destroy the Baba Yaga, the so-called octocopter. Dear friends, if you are interested in the video, Please like it and subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss new releases. And to keep up to date, click on the bell. Thanks for watching and we'll continue. The last frame of the drone's FPS showed the moment when 3 soldiers run out of the car, which will be destroyed in a few seconds. In the Sumy region, the Russian armed forces stole a Swedish CV-90 infantry fighting vehicle from the Ukrainian armed forces. The footage of the reconnaissance drone caught a moment when the fortifications of the Ukrainian soldiers were being hit by complex fire damage from artillery, aircraft, and FPV drones, thereby preventing the enemy from carrying out rotations, bringing armored vehicles, or strengthening positions. Having established control over this logistics hub, the units of the Vostok Group will continue to advance towards the next major settlement, Komara. The gunners of the Dnieper group of forces destroyed the storage of equipment and weapons of the armed forces of Ukraine on the right bank of the Dnieper.
Цели готов! Орудие! Выстрел! Выстрел!
The weekend is in working mode in the Kharkiv direction. In the footage, you can see how a Russian soldier, who is a drone operator, prepares the drones one by one and sends them at an enemy tank.
Да, принял. Хорошо, открыло. Разгон есть. Он даже не понимает. Хорошо. Браво. Аккуратнее, аккуратнее. Выходи, сдавайся, сука.
In the following frames, you will see the destruction and capture of soldiers from the 21st Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine by Russian airborne assault troops on the border in the Sumy region. The enemy soldiers were taken by surprise. As stated by the prisoner in the video, they have been captured. Judging by the dialogue, not everyone had time to give up.
Шансов нет, давай уходи по-хорошему. Выходи, будешь жить, блядь! Тихо, тихо! Сидеть там! По прямой. Давай сюда, давай! Давай сюда! Там еще один 300-й. Лежать, блядь! Блин! Контроль, контроль!
Откуда? Говори быстро, откуда? Подразделение.
Руки за спину!
21-й.
Быстрее, блядь!
Подразделение. 21-я бригада.
Че, сука, не сдаешься?
Второй мигбас.
Быстро!
Сколько у вас человек? Дальше стойте. вообще, блядь, после БЗВК, пацаны, короче, мы только прошли на базовую.
Хуя базаришь, позывной твой.
Борода.
Позывной командира.
Бля, я не знаю. А, подожди, что, бля.
Давай руки вверх! Руки, бля! Быстрее ползи, руки вверх!
А?
Да мы знаем, как ты не убивал,
Я
бля.
отвечаю, я только после...
Давай все, нахуй. Так, фамилия, имя, отчество.
1992, 26
Подразделение, быстро.
21 бригада, второй мегаватт, блядь.
Стой, контроль-то, вперед! Вперед!
Да, вперед, подожди,
Да это.
Есть кто там?
Я здесь пока с тобой.
Есть еще, пацаны.
Где? Сколько?
Все, блядь, после БЗВК.
Сколько?
Похуй, где, говорю?
Тихо.
6 человек, таки прямо.
Где? Там еще 6 сидит?
Прямо, должно, ну, где-то
Прямо
там по
рация,
этим
где у
нормам.
них? Рация, где у них? Рация где?
Че, ёбнуть, в первую очередь, рацию надо.
Все, давай вперед.
Позывные, кто там и дальше в Норвегии? Сара. Тихо. Сара. Сара, кто?
Станцию, досмотрите в окопе.
Сейчас пусть вперед пройдут.
На своих сейчас выходить будешь, нахуй, не говорить, что выходили. Понял? Хотят жить, пусть выходят.
Радейка.
В окопе радейка.
Кто с него берет?
Я возьму. Мы возьмем. А? Где сзади 4 человека? Они не идут сзади. Они стоят там. Досматривайте окоп, там станция.
Сам откуда родом? Винницкая область. Как город? Владимир.
Ты ж, сука, такой же, как и мы, нахуй. Нахуй ты воюешь, бля.
Потому что, блядь, сейчас...
Что потому что, бля? Наркоману нахуй веришь, бля.
Пакет, нахуй, короче, сюда отправляют, нахуй.
Где, бля?
Отъезжаю, блядь. Ты вы...
Чего не сдаешься? Тебе сказали, на мужика нахуй выходи, ёп. Здесь все свои.
Вы вообще, блядь, с этим, блядь, прикимарили, блядь, короче.
Прикимарили.
Я не понял.
Охота тебе вот так нахуй вздыхать здесь, бля.
Вообще, нахуй.
Ты даже, сука, не на...
Я не знаю, что я здесь воевать не могу.
Ты даже не на своей земле, бля.
Я знаю, блядь. Чуваком прострелили ногу, нахуй ребра поломали.
Будешь вести себя хорошо, будешь жить. Будешь жить. А? Кто? Кого оставлять? Пусть подходит сюда. Ну пусть подходит, скажи. Здесь. Там в окопе станцию взяли, нет? А?
Всё, давай,
Где в окопе станция?
Блядь, блиндаж.
Какой блиндаж?
Ну вот этот, блядь.
Откуда выходил?
Откуда выходил? Заходишь справа там под бревнами, блядь. короче.
Справа под бревнами, смотри, станция. Вот, там труп валяется. А? Скажи, справа, сверху, под этим, Яков. Забирайте. Все. Тихо, вок. Да.
The shelter turned into a burial ground. A shallow pit with a liquid flooring of branches became a shelter from Russian drones for the enemy. It took just one drone strike so that no one else would come out of this pit. The Russian Armed Forces Malnya UAV destroys the temporary deployment point of the 23rd Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the locality of Otradnoy, DPR. The calculation of the heavy flamethrower system KES-1 Solnsepek destroys the stronghold of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. A package of thermobaric shells was received by the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the South Donetsk direction. The 215th Reconnaissance Battalion not only destroyed the enemy's Baba Yaga, the so-called octocopter, but also Russian soldiers covered the control point from where it was launched. Calculations of the BM-21 Grad MLRS of the airborne troops destroyed a cluster of infantry of the armed forces of Ukraine in the vicinity of Chasova Yar. Another international Max Pro is on fire after a meeting with the Prince Vandal of Novgorod and his operator. The footage shows the defeat of the positions of the 107th Battalion of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the area of the village of Brusky, Sumy region, and the destruction of an 82mm mortar in the area of the village of Chernyskina, Svatovsky district. Footage from the Kherson direction. In early May of this year, at a considerable distance from the Dnieper coast, Russian intelligence officers discovered a hangar in which the Ukrainian armed forces were hiding military equipment for an assault. The Russian soldiers did not wait long and launched 3 FAB-1500 aerial bombs, which blew the hangar to dust. Sumy direction. The guards of the North Group have equipped a fashionable Humvee. We'll have to tinker, but we'll turn it around soon and send it home, however, with a nuance.
Ну ничего, сейчас отреставрируем и поедем что-то работать. Теперь уже в другом направлении.
The soldiers of the Guardsmen of the 121st Regiment of the 68th Division of the Military Guard, West, continue to hunt for military equipment and infantry of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kupiansk direction in the Kharkiv region. That's it, dear friends. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to click on the bell so that you don't miss new releases. Leave your comments. Your opinion is very important to us. See you soon.